Market reversed Wednesday's losses, advancing about 78 basis points. How did it close today?
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Fenly. The market closed up just over 1% today. Week on week wise, that represented a gain of about 4% to close at 23,384. It's closed at 23,384. Volume spiked 33% to just over 670 million. There were 42 gainers, 33 losers, and 65 stocks traded flat. Among the top gainers were Foxen, Longman, and AJ Leventis. Among the top losers were Cornerstone, Cornell, and Ikeja Hotels. Fenly.
Do you expect this trend to continue or begin the next week?
What we've seen this past week, Fenly, is consecutive days of gain followed by modest profit taking. We expect this pattern, assuming the flow of positive information continues and the confidence the confidence being regained in the market continues. We would assume similar patterns. But what we think we would see is consecutive days of gains going forward, followed by modest profit taking. But all in, we would expect the market to trade higher next week.
But what's driving the positive sentiments right now?
We think the conclusion of the CBN audit may have been the long-awaited impetus into the market. There's been a lot of predatory capital waiting on the sidelines and waiting for that green light for when they want to take a plunge. We believe last week's announcement of the conclusion of the audit, or the first phase of the audit, is the green light for a lot of investors. But a lot of them are still cautious. We like to liken what the ASI has been through this past 18 months to in a sense, a cardiac arrest patient that has gone for a double bypass. It's not going to start running from day one. It's going to take a while to recuperate. So we may continue to see a sluggish rally, followed by modest profit taking.
Let's talk about Ikeja Hotels results. In 2008, the company's turnover increased compared to the year 2007. How come their profits increased last year? Profit.
Ikeja Hotel is a tale of strong growth, burdened by excessive, in a sense, some analysts would say, excessive leverage. So what we have is a lot of what is generated from the revenues. A lot of their free cash flow goes back into debt repayment. And you could see that where you have a situation where roughly 81% of earnings was spent paying down debt. We think Ikeja Hotels remains a strong growth story, but there will continue to be that drag of heavy debt. What we think is going forward, we would like to see what the funding plan is, what the financing plan is, how they intend to treat that debt. They may have to restructure their capital entirely for it to become a generator of free cash flow, a lot of free cash flow. Yes.
Like you just mentioned, that the company still has a huge debt problem after acquiring Capital Hotels. How far is the company in alleviating its debt burden currently?
You said?
How far is the company in alleviating its debt burden currently?
It's not. It's paying on everything, every naira it has essentially goes, a big chunk of it goes back into debt repayment. And that has been reduced the debt substantially. We think this will continue going forward, but we know there's a capital raising effort where they intend to raise equity to wipe out that debt and then free up a lot of that cash they generate. Finally.